Okay, so I wanted to do this story because there ended up being two events here. We're going to talk about Labor Day, and then we're going to talk about these stupid things that happened. So on Labor Day, which was just Monday here for us in the U.S., other countries kind of do this too, and they have their own deals. I don't really know why, but there was a West Indian Day parade, which you'll notice has absolutely nothing at all to do with Labor Day. And then additionally, a minivan plowing through a crowd at a Pennsylvania festival, the Kipona Festival in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. You'll notice also that that has absolutely nothing to do with Labor Day as well. So, just for everybody to be clear here about what this is, Labor Day is an official public holiday in many countries. The actual date of the holiday can vary, as the map illustrates. For instance, in North America and Australia, they're trying to say Australia. I don't know what Australasia is. Somebody spelled that wrong. It is celebrated on the first Monday in September. In other parts of the world, it is often celebrated on the first Monday in May. It is an annual day of celebration of the labor movement and the institution of achievements. It has an origins of labor union movement, specifically the 8-hour day movement, because people were forced to work much longer than 8 hours. So, the union got it to an 8-hour shift, and you're done if you would like to be done, or you can get overtime if you want to, but it's the worker's choice. Before that, you were doing 14-hour days, and that was pretty much mandatory for shit pay as well. 8 hours, so it was 8 hours for work, 8 hours for recreation, and 8 hours to rest. In most countries, Labor Day is synonymous with, linked with, or International Workers' Day, which happens on the 1st of May. Although celebrated on the first Monday in September in North America, it was originally chosen to commemorate the 1886 general strike, which culminated in the Haymarket Affair. In most countries, Labor Day is celebrated either on the first Monday in September or on May 1st, as indicated in the global map. Labor Day is a public holiday, statutory as indicated. Now, I read you that and I explain what Labor Day is in order to discuss these. So the left, as they always do, you're not allowed to have something normal that makes complete sense. They have to take it over and they have to infuse it with whatever garbage that they're trying to push. So this first one happened here in New York, and this is 6 shot along the West Indian Day parade route. Indians have absolutely nothing to do with Labor Day. But let's get into it. 6 people were shot along the West Indian American Day parade route in Brooklyn on Monday evening in a bloody end to the annual celebration that drew hundreds of thousands of revelers and candidates in the crowded mayoral race. The roughly 2-mile route for the official annual parade kickoff at 11 on Utica Avenue near Lincoln Terrace Park, with festival goers traveling westward toward the Brooklyn Museum as beefed up deployment of NYPD officers had initially kept the peace. I like it like this. The cops are around. They're with the people, said Harold Harvey, 71, a Grenada native who grew up in Trinidad and Tobago and has lived his life in Crown Heights in 1979. So look at these people. They're spraying stuff. They're wearing Haitian, Trinidad shit. None of this crap has anything to do with Labor Day. Their heavy presence will keep away the people who come to make trouble, said Harvey, noting he was thankful for the increased security presence as he watched bands pass by. But mayhem still erupted despite the boosted police presence. Later in the evening, 6 people were struck by bullets, including 2 with gang affiliations and 3 separate shootings as the parade was winding down, police and sources said. A man in his 20s was shot in the leg, and a woman in her 40s was grazed by a bullet when gunfire rang out along the parade route on Eastern Parkway at about 5:35. The pair were taken to Kings County Hospital Center in stable condition, according to the NYPD. So there's no real shock here that there was gang violence. 2 more people, a 26-year-old woman and a 21-year-old woman, were shot on Eastern Parkway at about 6:30, according to police and sources. The man was shot once in the chest, and the woman was struck in the shoulder. 5 shell casings were recovered at the scene, but the assailant is still on the loose, police said. About 2.5 miles on Nostrand Avenue, near Sterling Place, a woman, 40 and 53-year-old man, were shot at 6:15, sources said. So all the mayoral candidates came out to were there. So you had Eric Adams, you had Zohran Mamdani, the communist, Andrew Cuomo, the woman abuser, and GOP mayoral nominee Curtis Silva, who, I know it's a small chance for him to win, but they would really benefit from Curtis Silva winning in New York. But of course, it'll be one of the 3 idiot Democrats. All turned out to the parade with groups of their supporters to shake hands with revelers ahead of the November general election. A slew of other local leaders joined in the festivities, including Kathy Hochul, who walked the parade with Reverend Al Sharpton by her side, and New York Attorney General Letitia James. Cops even danced in place as music blared along the route with parade goers wrapped in flags. Here's a couple hoes shaking one of them gigantic asses. We still enjoy our culture, even though we've been living here for a long time, says 77-year-old retired social worker Maureen Bellinger of Trinidad. When I was young, I used to come with my mother. When my children were younger, I looked to continue the tradition, blah, blah, blah. So, let's see if it says what this stupid thing is about. So let's get a look here and try and get an explanation of what this is. So where is the parade? Yeah, but what is the parade? So the West Indian Day Parade and New York Caribbean Carnival. They do this on Labor. I'm going to reinforce here. They do this on Labor Day. None of this shit has anything to do with Labor Day. If you're going to do this parade about countries no one cares about, you should pick another day to do this. They're purposely forcing it on Labor Day to force it on everybody else. So instead of getting a proper Labor Day parade or whatever celebration, you get this garbage of some of the worst countries you could possibly go to and the immigrants we get from them. Brooklyn's Labor Day tradition is back bigger, brighter, and bursting with island pride. We're not an island. The New York Caribbean Carnival dazzles the borough all weekend with feet, steel pan, dance hall, and kids' pageantry, culminating in the West Indian American Day Parade, where Eastern Parkway transforms into a Caribbean runway of feathers, sequins, flags, and island rhythms. Revelers dance to steel drums and whistles, toss powder in the air, parody politicians and celebrities, and savor traditional Caribbean dishes from vendors lining the route. More than 1 million neighbors and visitors join the celebration, so come early, come hungry, and don't forget your flag. This would be fine to do on another day. It has absolutely nothing to do with Labor Day whatsoever. Okay, so let's go to Pennsylvania now. This is a minivan plows through a crowd at a Pennsylvania festival, injuring 3. This is the Capona Festival in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Let's see what the deal is with this. I'm sure it's very, very strongly about Labor Day. So here we go. City of Harrisburg will host the 109th annual Capona Festival along the Riverfront Park and City Island from Saturday, August 30th through Monday, September 1st, so all the way through to specifically Labor Day. This event will feature a Native American festival, multicultural celebration, family fun zone, art in the park, drone and fireworks show, live music stage, Keystone Docks, blah, blah, blah. Once again, something that has absolutely nothing to do. Native Americans have absolutely nothing to do about Labor Day. 3 people, including a child, were injured Monday evening when a minivan plowed into a crowd at a festival in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, according to reports. The 3-day Capona Festival was ended around 6 p.m. when a woman in a red minivan drove around parked cars and barricades before striking the crowd, the Harrisburg Bureau of Police told ABC Station. Police said a child and 2 adults were injured. Mayor Wanda Williams noted that a 7-year-old boy was listed in critical condition as a result of the incident. The station reported. The 2 adults include a man who works for the city and a woman in a wheelchair, though their conditions were not known. The Dauphin County District Attorney's Office told the station that the driver of the van has since been taken into custody. Local station Fox 43 reported that police were not aware of any life-threatening injuries. Just before the crash, police were reportedly clearing the area because the festival was coming to an end. Vendors were also packing up after being set up on the road. The van barreled down during the chaotic scene. The Anna Rose Bakery and Coffee Shop posted on Facebook that its staffers witnessed the incident. We'll be closed tomorrow, September 2nd. The Post read members of our staff directly witnessed a tragic event that happened at Capona and need time to process everything. This is what this new generation is, a bunch of sissies. We apologize and appreciate your understanding. By the way, boycott this bakery and coffee shop for being a bunch of queers. But Once again, a stupid festival that has absolutely nothing to do with a regular major national holiday. This is the left taking this garbage and forcing it down everyone's throats. I've said it about the LGBTQ plus minus divided by sign parades, and it's this parades too. They attempt to take over all the normal things that we do. They could do these on any day, any other day they could choose, and the festival could be that day. But they specifically choose normal major holidays that we have celebrated for years, and they infuse their crap into that. So the focus becomes them and no longer the original holiday date for actual Americans, not illegals and whoever else has come from whatever country. So just one more thing that the left does, and people need to realize this. It's just not a fun thing happening, and you go, oh well, I didn't really think about it. You should think about it. You should think about, why is this happening on this day? Why isn't it happening on a different day? It's important, and there is an agenda that they are moving forward with. And that's a message that needs to get out there. And for more voices to come up and say, this is not the appropriate day to do it. Do it on a different day. Labor Day is for us to chill and relax and do our own thing, not to have a stupid parade from island countries that have nothing to do with America to march down the street. All right, I got that's the updates for today. I'm going to have more comment about what's going on with Venezuela because we've got to get into that. Thanks, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe to the show. I appreciate all the new followers and everyone we have. Thanks, and I'll talk to you again soon.